So, hi, this is Nick Williams. I'm sitting here in the City of London with Christine Livingston. Hi, Christine.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. So, our paths have been crossing for about 10 years, haven't
Absolutely.
they? When I first met you, I think you just left the corporate world, is that right?
That's right.
And what were you doing there?
I'd been an HR director for American Express, and then I was a consultant for one of the big consulting firms. And actually, work I very much enjoyed, lifestyle I did not. And it was really that prompted me to take a jump and leap out on my own, just before I'd met you, in fact.
Yeah, and you'd read the work we were born to do, I think you'd
That's
say.
right.
Yeah.
Hence my reaching out to you,
Yeah.
because the book had really spoken to me. I was really at that point in time asking myself, what am I supposed to be doing?
What are you in this planet for?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was freelancing at that point in time. I was very much doing what I'd done in the corporate world, but doing it for myself. Almost as a way to do the work I enjoyed doing, but fund a deeper exploration that
without the politics and without the,
absolutely
the stuff that goes with it that can be so irritating.
Exactly.
Great. And today you're a consultant and a coach mainly, that's the work you do?
That's right.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, one of the reasons I wanted us to get together was, you've coined this expression, new work pioneers, and I just kind of really like that, because I guess I'm not sure what it means, and I'm going to ask you that in a minute, but I see myself as having been a new work pioneer.
Yeah.
And I guess you see yourself as having been one.
Absolutely.
So if we step back and help other people understand what this idea of a new work pioneer that you've coined, how would you describe a new work pioneer?
Okay. I think new work pioneers are the feisty, professional, courageous people that are frankly getting a bit fed up with work as it has been in the last how many ever, actually probably centuries, and are really starting to ask themselves what they want from work that might look different. Yeah, absolutely. Starting to understand that they want more from their lives than just work, that they want whole lives. But work is a big part of that too, because work gives them such a sense of identity that, they don't kind of want to go off and, just do nothing. No,
so work's meaningful, but they want it to have a different place in their life.
Exactly.
Right. And how would somebody identify themselves as one? Is it a gnawing sense of dissatisfaction, or feeling like they're being overworked and undervalued, or just feeling there's more? How do people recognise that within themselves?
I think people get to a point where they put themselves on a journey, or they understand they are on a journey. However that happens, for some people it's a gradual thing. There's a kind of winding down over a period of years, and they get to a point where they say, actually, there has to be something different. Sometimes something specific happens. I'm noticing in some of the work I'm doing at the moment, for example, people are being made redundant.
That's a wake-up call for them.
Absolutely. Or, a couple of people I've worked with have had their own businesses, and because of the recession, their businesses have gone bust, And that's forced them to ask, what was that about?
Yeah, so instead of just jumping back into something, they're taking a pause to reflect and to ask some of those bigger and deeper questions.
Exactly.
Great.
And getting to a point where they stay, work has to mean something different. I have to feel that actually whatever it is I do, I can turn up every day and really enjoy it.
Fantastic, yeah. You probably know one of the things that I talk about a lot is, in a way, a transition from what I've called the work ethic of suffering to more of a work ethic of joy, and that kind of sounds like, new work pioneers are saying there's got to be some joy in this. If I'm just going to work every day and ending up miserable a lot of the time, what is the point
Absolutely. Of it? In fact, I wrote a post a few weeks ago which was really exactly around that. That, I think if you ask people who are trying to reinvent their work at the moment why they're doing it, they might initially say things like, well, I want better work-life balance, or I want to run my own business, or and these are all valid reasons why, but underneath that I think people want to experience joy. They want to experience the positive emotions of life.
Yeah.
The gratitude, the love, all of these things that just kind of make us feel alive.
Yeah, and I think so many people in my experience, what they miss out of their work is a feeling of their contribution being appreciated.
Absolutely.
That they give something through their work, they give of their emotions, they give of their gifts, they give of their talent as well as their time and their energy. And then they want that to go into a context where people go, thank you for doing that. That was a really valuable contribution. And it's such a simple thing to ask for, and yet it's kind of lost out of so many modern workplaces, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. And I think that's part of the backdrop to all of this in today's world. Because I think, sadly, I'm hearing from a lot of people that they're being told that they should be thankful they have jobs at the moment. Are you hearing that too?
Yeah, but it's partly that, I would call it the kind of scarcity mentality. It's like, well, you're lucky to have any job at all. Don't expect your job to be, fulfilling and rewarding and having some joy in it. That's just too much to ask. The fact that you've got an income, you should be grateful for that.
And don't expect me to be thankful for you or be grateful or value you in any way, because your value is being demonstrated by the fact you're getting a paycheck. Yeah.
So I do agree with that. I'm all for being grateful for everything, but not for lowering our sights.
No.
To me, I don't know about you, but for me, it's a time of raising our sights. And, I suppose for me, I would see it as kind of, a new spiritual emergence in a way. It's like, it's not just about hard work and suffering that's going to get us to heaven or wherever. It's like heaven's now, joy is now, happiness can be now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this moment in time, with all the chaos and the uncertainty, is a real time when people are reaching for something else. Strangely, I experience people reaching outside of themselves and at the same time reaching deeper into themselves. But just having a sense that actually things have to be different. And so when I talk about new work pioneers, it's that kind of spirit I see people kind of taking on board, and
a heroic journey into themselves as well as into the world.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Okay, well, we're going to carry on talking, but let's wrap up this part of the conversation.
Cool.
So thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed watching this, and we'll be continuing the conversation in the next video.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks.